Hi, welcome to a new video dedicated to a charger. This is the Eachine Touch T100. Well, in practice is nothing else than the rebranding of another popular model, copying most of the elements. What is new with this charger? It's including a large LCD display, and thanks to it, it's very comfortable to monitor in real time. For example, some curves, some charging, current, etc. So that's a great, I would say, positive point on this model. So there are a lot of, and as you can see, you can charge a lot of varieties of batteries. LiPo, of course, Li-ion, Life, any CD, any image, Plum, okay. And I don't see the last technology like a LEHV, okay, with 4.35 volts, okay, but it announced to have output power 100 watts and charging up to 7 ampere. For the discharge is up to 1 ampere, okay. So you have also on the back side of the box some other characteristics, blah blah blah, on 5 watts, and there is a current drain for balancing LiPo, 300 milliamps powers per cell, which is not bad. So let's discover what you can find in this box. Okay, so here is the Touch T100, 1 year power on. Well, for mine, I observed that when I plug, I need several times to that the machine be powered. I don't know, there is a false contact in the outlet. Anyway, so now it's working. What I really like is the matte plastic, very beautiful. And on the right side, you can find the banana plug to connect your favorite main connector. So actually you have some banana and exciting either in tethine, okay, but you have a tethine adapter for XT60. So at least the main two type of 3 and 4S LiPo should work out of the box. What also you will find on the right side, you have some barriers and plug from 2S up to 6S. That's cool. So the fan is located on the rear side also. And on the left side, you have the alternative input source. So from 110 volt for the US up to 240 for the most European and the rest of the world. You can also input, if you want, direct source from 11 to 18 volt, if I'm not wrong, and you have a temperature props connector if you want. So when you power it, immediately you have this kind of screen appearing. So the screen is quite large, so you have a warning here to say be sure to read the manual before. Okay, so you can remove the stickers, and you should have maybe, and I don't see it, maybe a film protecting the screen. But yes, so you will have to remove it if you want to have a better contact. Anyway, when you access to the main screen is this one. So first of all, you have some memory to save your bank, to save your favorite profile. Okay, actually all of them are not saved, but when you press on LiPo, you return more or less to the main screen. So you have in real time to the right panel the input and output, okay, as well as the each individual cells. That's a pretty good news. So if you press the LiPo button, you can select one of this type of battery: LiPo, Li-ion, Life, Plum, any image and any CD. So by default it's on the LiPo battery. Discharge, you can select one of the 5 modes. So from storage mode, fast charging, balance, discharge and charge. So let's say we will want to balance the LiPo. You can select associated with the selected battery type the number of cells. So from of course for charging you cannot of course select the 1 cellule, but from 2S, 4S up to 6S. So let's say we will charge a 3S LiPo. You press enter to validate, and you can select the charge. Actually, why not charging this 1500? So 1.5. So you decrease with the minus button. If you it's not working if you keep pressed the button. Okay. Sometimes the response is a little bit slow, but you will have to tap like this until you're nominal. Okay, for the discharge rate, you can, for example, have discharge up to 1 ampere. So 1 is done, you can press enter to validate, and voila. So in terms of setting, I will show later, but when it's done, okay, you can just plug your favorite connector. So let's say I will plug in the banana, the minus, voila. Then the LiPo on the XT60 connector, and on the balancer plug on the 3OS1, I will connect the battery. So now everything is done, and I can press start to start. And for me, it's exactly the same time of firmware than the classic Emax charger, same time of noise, etc. So what they changed mainly, they added a graphic user interface. So if you already own some Emax charger or clone of them, you won't be lost at all. It's exactly the same. Okay, so the good news here, you have some curve displaying. So the x-axis is the time, and the y-axis is the probably the voltage. Okay, so on the left y-axis is the voltage, and on the right you have a 2 y-axis. It's probably some milliamps per hours. It's milliamps per hours values. So actually the input, okay, after the voltage regulator part of the built-in Touch T100 should give to the main circuit 14.2 volt, but the most important value to read is probably the output here. Okay, and you can see that I'm currently charging the cells. They are already individually to 4.2 volts. Actually, I'm consuming close to 12 watts, and the temperature of the charger is 41 degrees. Okay, and you have the current amount of ampere actually consumed. For example, if I press stop to stop, I will change to, for example, a storage mode. Okay, press storage. You can see sometimes it's not really working. You have to press. Probably there is a film protecting the screen. So I will, and associated with the storage is more the discharge rate. Okay, so no more than 5 watts to as discharge or storage mode. Let's start. Okay, after this beep, after a couple of seconds, the system will enter. So we should observe that the most important curve is the green or violin one, the output one. Okay, yes, this is it. And if you press on it, you can remove it on the display. Okay, and this is only one you can. So it's written the time elapsed since the beginning of the charging or the current mode. The input I already explained. The output, okay, is the actual total voltage of your battery. The average is the average voltage for all your cells. So here it's integrated over 3 cells, and the gap is not impacted here. It's probably for balancing and some stuff like this. Okay, this is the maximum millivolt voltage between the lower charge and the maximum one in your batteries with several cells, multi-cells. So that's pretty good to have such display versus time. The max temperature is 50 degrees. Okay, I don't know if I'm pressing. Okay, it's displaying the current maximum consumption of your charger, whatever the charger mode here in storage. So this is the second violin curve. It's not so visible, and here on this small elongated display, you have the already consumed milliamps hours charge. So here already 11 are spread in the storage mode. Okay, so you can, for example, disable the temperature, okay, or the this one. So you have also okay, on the right axis you have also completely on the right the temperature also display in Celsius. Okay, let's stop the storage mode. You can see that actually the cells are more or less well calibrated, 4.16 volts. I can check that, and already the battery I should read 12.4 volts. Okay, so if I stop the charging, I will check that point with multimeters if I'm not so far from the reality. Okay, I will use this the balancer plug to read everything. So directly the okay, and I should read something like 1244. Okay, so you have, well, I should be in the right range, but unfortunately the display didn't show more than one digit after the comma, the point, so could be a problem. You have another button. This is a setting where you can select all the default one, and they are exactly the same as the classic eMac charger. So you can select, for example, the LiPo checking time set. Okay, if you don't know, leave this option like you default. For any image, any CD, waste time between the charging and discharge time. Okay, safety time. Okay, after 300 minutes, it's automatically stopping. Okay, temperature to cut off 80 degrees. The brightness of the screen, if you want to decrease a bit. Okay, like this. Keep border if you want everything beep, emit some beep. Okay, and capacity cutoff, automatically a warning system. So if you don't know, leave the actual default option like is it. So seems that the voltage are accurate versus my digital multimeters. What I regret, at least in the mode here, I don't have, for example, the battery meters or battery resistant meter. It could be a big plus to know the health of your battery. It's a nice option introduced recently in some charger. It's not present, and what I regret also is the absence of the LEHV mode. Okay, it could be a positive one with some last technology of chemistry battery. Is not possible, I don't think, to flash something. No, I don't see any USB or stuff like this, so it won't be possible to upgrade a firmware, well, at least easily. Seems to be a powerful, no problem to charge in parallel several battery, of course into the limit of the 7 ampere of this one. It means that you can charge, for example, 2 or 3 1 or 2000 milliamps power, 3S LiPo maximum, nothing more. Okay, you don't expect to charge, for example, 4 or 5 like this of this one. Anyways, it could be a good beginner. I really like the screen, and you can monitor in real time the curve, and you can turn on off them by pressing on them. The touch display is good. Okay, the material also. Maybe it's warming a bit, 50 degrees. I think at the end of a storage mode of a discharge rate it should be hot, but you have the 80 degrees safety features turned on, so should be okay. So nice and relatively cheap charger. Well, it's not the cheapest of one, but it's a nice positive addition. This screen I really like, and I think it will be generalized. Okay, so I end this unboxing and quick testing. Nice charger, the Eachine Touch T100. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please sub it, and if you like my channel in general, please subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.